Alright.
Is Googie Boogie Woogie giving you trouble? Don't worry, we'll sort it out. This is a guide on how to defeat Tainted Monsters, you bloody bastard. Tainted Monsters are the only true challenge in this game. Difficulty spike when fighting these monsters goes up a lot. You will find yourself on death's bed all the bloody time. To turn the tables in your favor, I have only one thing to say. That is Tactic Tweaker. Tainted monsters that you're fighting do a lot of damage, so you need to mitigate some of the damage. Usually that damage comes from either elemental attack or physical attack. Or maybe they are doing something completely different, like creating confusion with their hits. If the enemy is heavily focused on dealing physical damage, then boost your either block or invulnerability window during the evade, because these are the moves that you'll be using a lot to mitigate some of the damage. If the monster is using a lot of magical attacks, be it fire, water, dark, whatever, then your main thing needs to be elements and ailments section in order to mitigate that particular damage type. Same goes with confusion, sleep, and so on. This is only part of the solution, because you're gonna have to be extremely careful during these fights. Use these little cunts that are jumping around, I don't know their name, that doesn't really matter, and be careful when you're attacking the boss. Thing is, try to get these short combos in before the boss retaliates. That's the only way you can build those charges, and afterward get away with a wait button. I never do lengthy combos on these tainted monsters unless the monster has been knocked down. Save the game before encountering these bosses so that you know what you're dealing with. It's hard to know these monsters and what they're going to do before you try it out. That way you'll know if they are doing elemental damage, maybe they are doing some ailments next to that, and so on. Thankfully, before these tainted monsters you can always save the game, so don't panic, keep it cool, be careful, use those little cunts around you and pay attention to what type of enemy you're against. For example, Googie Boogie Woogie is weak to fire attack, so definitely use everything in your inventory to boost fire damage, and also use Evan because Evan's got fire spells. Last tip would be to stuff yourself with food, because you can get a lot of different types of resistances that will last during the battle. Also, don't forget to use items by pressing touchpad. That would be all. I hope these tips help you in defeating those tainted bastards, and see you all soon.